Can we talk about how jeans shopping can humble you real fast? Like, how are you the same size, same person, the same body, but one pair of jeans fit like a dream, and then the next pair makes you question everything? If you've ever been in a dressing room sweating, slightly annoyed, struggling to make the jeans work, I need you to know right now it's usually not you. It's the jeans, okay? It's the cut of the jeans. Most of us were never actually taught how jeans are supposed to fit our body. We just grab whatever's trendy or what looks good on somebody else, and then we just hope for the best, okay? But jeans are all about proportions, where they hit your waist, how they fall on your leg, how much structure they have. All of that changes how your body looks in them. So in this video, we're breaking it all the way down, okay? I'm gonna help you figure out what styles balance your shape, what details actually matter when you're shopping, and how to stop guessing and start choosing jeans that make you look put together without even trying. Because once you know what works for your body type, jean shopping gets way less dramatic and stressful, and your outfits instantly get better. So let's just get into it. All right, so before we talk about specific jeans, we need a quick foundation moment, okay? When people hear body type, they sometimes tense up, but this isn't about labeling yourself or trying to change anything. This is just about proportions, okay? That's it. Where your body naturally carries volume and where it doesn't, because jeans hit right at the waist and the hips, so they really interact with your shape. And honestly, the goal isn't to hide your body, okay, and not make yourself look smaller, just to create that balance so your outfits feel more flattering and more effortless. Now, most bodies loosely fall into one of these categories, and you might be a mix, which is also totally normal. So first we have the apple shape, okay? This is where you carry more fullness in like your midsection, and your legs are often one of your best features. Your hips might be narrower and your waist isn't super defined naturally. Then we have the pear shape. This is when your hips and your thighs are a little bit fuller compared to your upper body. Your waist might not be defined, but jeans can sometimes feel tight in the hips and loose at the waist. Next, we have the hourglass. This is where your bust and your hips are balanced with a clearly defined waist. The main struggle here isn't fit in the legs, it's the waistband gapping. Then we have the rectangle shape. Your shoulders, your waist, your hips are all aligned, and your body looks straighter up and down. You don't have a super pronounced waist, but that also means that a lot of styles fit you easily. And then lastly, we have the inverted triangle. This is where your shoulders or your bust are broader than your hips and your lower half is slimmer. You might notice jeans fit easily on your legs, but then your tops feel a little bit tighter. And again, this is not to box you into one specific body type. This is just a guide to understand why certain jeans feel amazing and then why others feel slightly off. All right, now this part here, this is the part that changes everything, okay? Before we even get into specific jean styles like straight leg or flare, you need to know the features that actually determine how jeans are going to look on your body, okay? Because two pair of straight leg jeans can fit completely different depending on these details. First, and this one is huge, okay? And that is the rise, okay? The rise is how high the jeans come up on your waist. This single detail can change your whole body proportion. Low-rise jeans sit below your waist, and for most people, they visually cut the body in half and make the torso look longer and then make your legs look a little bit shorter. Mid-rise is kind of the safe, everyday option and usually hits right below the belly button, and it typically works for most people. Then we have our high-rise jeans. These hit right at or above your natural waist, and this is why they're so popular, because they define your waist, they smooth out your stomach area, and they make your legs look longer. That's why so many outfits instantly look more put together with a higher rise. Next, we have the stretch level, okay? This is where your comfort and your structure is going to meet. If jeans are super stiff with no stretch, they can pull at the hips or gap at the waist. But if they're overly stretchy, then they can cling in ways that you don't want to and then lose shape throughout the day. You're going to want that middle ground, structured enough to hold you in, but with enough give to give you move and comfortability. That's what gives that smooth, flattering look instead of like these are fighting for their life look. Now let's talk about something that most people never look at, and that's the back pocket placement. Okay, I know y'all not looking at where the back pockets sit at, because I know I wasn't at first, but yes, the back pockets matter. Okay, now if the back pockets sit too low, it can make your shape look droopy, and if they're placed really far apart, it can visibly widen your hips. The most flattering placement is usually centered slightly higher and gives that lifted and balanced look. And that is another really important one, is the pocketless, because a lot of times jeans fit good, then you turn around and wonder like, oh, why does my butt look off? And it could be because of the way where the pockets are sitting. So definitely pay attention to your back pockets. You know, that could be a reason, a factor as to why the jeans aren't looking how they should look. And then lastly, we have the length of jeans, okay? Where your jeans hit at the ankle changes your proportions more than you think. Jeans that bunch at the bottom can make your legs look shorter, a slightly cropped at the ankle, or a clean hem that hits right at the shoe usually makes the whole outfit looks more intentional and elongating. So before you even look at the style name on the tag, these are the things you need to check: the rise, the stretch, the pocket placement, and the length. And once you understand these, jean shopping feels less hit or miss, okay? You're not just hoping that the jeans look good, and you know exactly what to look for. All right, now let's talk about the actual jean styles and which ones tend to work with your proportions instead of against them. And remember, these are not like rules. These are just starting points. If you love something outside of this, wear it, okay? Wear what you want to wear, okay? But if you've been struggling in the dressing room, then this is like some tips to help you know where to begin. So first, let's talk about the apple shape. If this is you, then your legs are probably one of your best features, okay? The goal here is to define your waist a little bit and let your legs shine. The most flattering styles are usually a high-rise straight leg, or a slim straight, or just something with like a subtle flare or like a semi-wide leg. These create a clean line down the body without clinging to your midsection. What you want to be careful with is super low-rise jeans or anything with bulky details right at the stomach area, because that can draw attention exactly where you don't want it. Next is the pear shape. So your hips and your thighs are fuller. So the goal here is really just balance. We don't want the bottom half to look heavier than the top. This is where your straight leg, your boot cut, and your slightly flared jeans look amazing. They're going to skim over the hips and create a more balanced line down the leg. Darker washes on the bottom half can also feel really flattering here. What tends to feel trickier are the super light washes, the super tight skinny jeans, because they highlight the hips area more than you like. Unless that's your thing, unless you're trying to, like, you know, highlight your hips and you want everybody to know that you have these gorgeous big wide hips, then do you, boo-boo. Wear your skinny jeans, wear your super tight jeans. Now for the hourglass shape, you've got the defined waist with the balanced hips and the bust. So the main thing here is just honoring your waist without the dreaded waistband gap. So you're going to want to look for jeans in a high rise with stretch, and if brands offer them in a curvy fit cut. Straight leg and flare styles are beautiful on you because they're going to flow natural with your shape. The key here is the fit at the waist matters more than the size numbers. So if the waist fits, everything else is usually going to fall into place. Next, we have the rectangle shape. Your shape is more straight up and down, so jeans can usually help create curves visually. This is where your mom jeans, your taper leg jeans with the pocket details, or even lighter washes can kind of add that dimension. These styles are going to give you some shape and some structure where your body is more streamlined. And then lastly, we have the inverted triangle. So your shoulders and your bust are broader than your hips, so we want to add a more visual weight to the lower half to kind of balance things out. This is where your wide leg jeans, your flare jeans, even cargo style jeans look really, really good on you. Lighter washes and more volume on the bottom half help everything even out beautifully. So really what you're doing with a lot of this is not necessarily changing your body, because we can't just change our body overnight. We're just choosing cuts that create that visual balance. And that's why some jeans instantly feel flattering and then other feels off, even if they technically fit. All right, now, so if all the body type talk feels like a lot, this is your deep breath section, okay? Because there are some jean styles that are just consistently look good on most people. These are the ones that you grab when you don't want to overthink it, okay? So first up, we have the high-rise straight leg. This is probably the most universal flattering cut out there. The high-rise defines the waist and it smooths everything throughout the midsection. And then the straight leg creates that clean line without clinging to the hips or the thighs. It works dressed up, dressed down, with sneakers, with boots, with heels. It's just reliable, okay? Next is a slight flare, and not the dramatic like 2000s flare, just a subtle one, okay? This shape helps balance the hips, elongates the legs, and it's gonna add a little structure at the bottom that makes the outfit looks more styled. So if you've ever felt like skinny jeans makes your legs look cut off, this is a great switch. Then we have our vintage straight or our relaxed straight. These have a little room throughout the leg, not baggy but also not tight. They give that effortless put together look without trying too hard. This cut is especially good if you like a more modern silhouette but you still want some shape. And lastly, we have a mid to high rise slim straight. This is for people who like a closer fit but don't want like the clingy tightness of a skinny jean. It follows the legs but it still keeps that longer, cleaner line. And the reason these styles work on so many people is because they create that structure without squeezing and shape without over exaggerating anything. They let your proportions breathe while they still look intentional. So if you've ever felt overwhelmed shopping, start with one of these cuts, then kind of just adjust from there once you know how your body feels in them. All right, so we're gonna pause right here because this was a lot, okay? But now that you officially understand your proportions and the jean styles that work with your body instead of against it, that alone is going to make shopping feel so much more fun and feel less random. But we're not done, okay? Because knowing the style is only half of it, okay? I'm gonna do a part 2 where we're gonna talk about the real life stuff that kind of make or breaks a pair of jeans, okay? How they should actually fit when you try them on, the common mistakes that makes jeans look off even when they technically fit, and some simple styling tricks that instantly make jeans look a little bit more flattering. So if you've ever bought jeans and still felt like something wasn't quite right, that's what we're fixing up next, okay? So make sure that you guys are subscribed so that way you don't miss part 2, because that's where everything is gonna kind of click together and your jeans are gonna start to look like outfits and not just like pants, okay? So if you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Definitely hype this video. Let me know in the comments if you're ready for part 2 or if there's anything else that you need to know about jeans that I can add in part 2. Also subscribe so you don't miss another video from me. Share with a friend, and I will see you guys in my next one. Peace out.